Does a new mayor actually mean a new commercial market? Because here in New Orleans, January isn't just a new administration, it's a full reset. And if you're a business owner, investor, developer, or even just commercial real estate curious, what happens over the next 12 to 18 months will directly affect your money, your deals, and possibly your future opportunity. So today I'm breaking it all down, simply, directly, and without the political fluff. So let's talk about what this leadership change really means for commercial real estate here in New Orleans. Political leadership, it shapes our economic confidence. And economic confidence, well, that shapes investor behavior. And investor behavior, that shapes our market. A new mayor doesn't instantly change a city, but it absolutely changes the point of view. And it could definitely give it a different perspective. And sometimes a new perspective could be the fuel the commercial real estate industry drastically needs. So in this video, I will break this down into what I feel are the top 3 priorities that can make real impact real fast. Number 1, how our leadership signals new market. Number 2, the 4 levers that impact commercial real estate in a new administration. And number 3, what does this actually mean for you? Whether you're a business owner, an investor, or maybe just a local. Let's dive into priority number 1, how leadership signals a new market. Honestly, in my opinion, this is the most important priority because leadership sets the tone and tone sets direction. And we all know that direction, well, that sets the capital flow. You see, investors listen long before they act. And when a new administration steps in, investors are asking 2 questions. What will the new administration actually prioritize? Are they leaning into business growth, public safety, faster permitting, infrastructure upgrades? Because those early signals matter. And the second question being asked by investors is, how fast can the new administration actually execute? Because let's face it, time delay often kills deals, but a decisive leadership can accelerate projects and return on their investment. Think about it. If you're a developer or a business owner and a new mayor is pro-growth policy, faster permitting, and more aggressive with economic development, you're more likely to pull the trigger on that new project or investment. You won't hesitate. You'll build, expand, you'll invest. But if the new administration is signaling the opposite or is unclear, obviously we tend to hold back because markets don't move on emotions. They move on confidence. So the real question is, what will influence the confidence in New Orleans over the next 12 to 18 months? I'll answer that by discussing priority number 2, the 4 levers that impact commercial real estate in a new administration. In every city, especially here in New Orleans, 4 major levers determine whether a new mayor creates momentum or stalls the market. Let's start with the elephant in the room, permitting. Past administrations have been historically slow. I mean painfully slow. Developers started to budget for delays. Contractors started to expect red tape. And investors, well, they started to be forced to factor in waiting. Now imagine this, if a new administration simply gets permitting back to baseline efficiency, not perfect, just baseline, say 20 to 30% improvement on permitting, that alone can unlock tens of millions of dollars of stalled projects. We'll see retail leases move quicker, developers will take bigger risks, and the city will start to look open for business again. A close second would be public safety. Look, everybody knows this. Safety perception drives any major city's economic more than anything else. Tourism relies on it. Hospitality relies on it. Retail traffic relies on it. And investors rely on it. If visitors in your city don't feel safe walking around the streets, hotel occupancy shifts. If the locals don't feel safe after dark, office leasing could shift. If national brands don't feel confident in foot traffic, site selection shifts. And the last thing any major city wants to see are companies hesitate or fully walk away from any deals because of crime concerns, even when the real estate data isn't as bad as the perception. At the end of the day, we know this. Confidence brings capital, safety brings foot traffic, and foot traffic brings deals. Now, moving on to priority number 3, economic development. This one is big because the mayor's priority literally determines where investment goes. A new mayor's relationship with local banks, local chambers, developers, healthcare systems, universities, corporate partners, etc., will determine whether capital starts flowing back into projects or goes into another city. Here's the truth. If the new mayor is business forward, we'll see a measurable uptick in leasing, expansion, and deal volume. Now, our last but certainly not least priority is infrastructure and quality of life, the fundamentals, the non-sexy stuff that actually drives property values. You see, commercial real estate rises and falls on how easy it is to live, build, and operate in a major city. Things like drainage, public roads, utilities, public safeties, all play a huge role in shaping investors, business owners, and local decision-making daily. Better infrastructure attracts more residents, more employers, more developers, more retailers. And when those show up, capital rises, cap rates improve, property values increase, and building vacancies drop. You see, in a major city, infrastructure is the silent driver of every commercial real estate cycle. Now, this is where things get interesting, because when you can connect these three levers together, you'll start to see early signs of whether this new administration will create momentum or more friction. So let's talk about what this means for you, depending on where you sit in today's market. Now, if you're a business owner, this administration is going to set the tone for how easy or how difficult it is to operate. You'll want to watch closely for new small business incentives, grants or recovery funds, new friendly zone opportunities, or faster occupancy and build-out approvals. If the new mayor can make it easier to open, expand, or renovate, business owners will be the first ones to see that momentum. Now, let's say you're an investor. This is where timing becomes everything. You'll want to pay attention to things like cap rate, movement across different neighborhoods, or any target opportunity zones, or simply put, where the infrastructure dollars are actually being deployed. Because early movers always win in a transition window. Now, once confidence returns, price follows, and it follows fast. So what if you're a developer? Well, developers live and die by the city alignment. So the next 6 to 12 months will tell you whether to accelerate projects, whether to pause or wait for clarity, or possibly reposition based on new incentives and zoning shifts. A pro-growth administration could unlock deals that have been frozen for years. Now, what if you're a landlord? Well, this one's simple, because stronger leadership can drive higher business confidence, which can lead to more tenants, which means healthier absorption, healthier retail stabilization. Office tenants feel safer coming back to the city, and neighborhood centers get new life. Good leadership shows up in occupancy rates way before they show up in the headline. Now, let's say you're just commercial real estate curious. Look, if you've been waiting on the sidelines trying to understand this commercial real estate market, this is the window of time to learn. A political transition marks the beginning of a new cycle, and getting educated now means you're early, you're not late. Does a new mayor equal a new market? Well, here's my answer. A new mayor doesn't fix the city overnight, but a new mayor and a new administration can create a new momentum cycle. And momentum is the spark that drives investors, partnerships, developments, and new entrepreneurs. So either way, you want someone who understands both the politics and the economics, because commercial real estate sits right at the intersection of both worlds. So if you want to stay ahead of the market and not behind it, hit the subscribe button, comment, or ask a question below, because this channel is where New Orleans culture, commerce, and community all meet. And every week I'll be breaking down what's coming before the headline catches up. I'll see you in the next video.